Hello, and welcome to the Mama Neva Knits YouTube channel. This is take two. I just can't seem to get it going. The title of this episode is going to be, let's try again. Today is October 20th. This is episode 43, and it is 84 degrees where I am. So I actually have long pants on today. So again this week, I met all my goals, but I did it by the skin of my teeth. We went somewhere this morning, so I grabbed the last project and took it with me and worked on it while we were gone. So the reason why I'm saying let's try this again is because I recorded like part of an episode and I was like yawning so bad. I was like, that's going to take me forever to cut all those out. So I said, I'm going to stop. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee, and then I will try again. So I'm trying again. Like I said, I met all my goals this week, but next week I'm not going to go with those goals. I'm going to go with, I want to finish a couple of projects because I like to show my finished objects at the end of the month, and that's hard to do when you don't have any. The only thing I've finished so far is the project bag. So, and that's on its way. I did mail it. Yay. So next week, so let's go over my projects, and I'll tell you which ones I'm going to work on and which ones are going to wait for me to get back. All right. So the first project is my half and half blanket. And I wanted to get down to 90 stitches. I got down to 65. So this is to a point where if I really work on it, I can get this completed and done and show it to you next week and get it in the mail to Amy for Let Them Live. All right, my next is Kirby Werby. Is this my Kirby Werby? I think so. Because it's got the Surfing Santas. Let's see, where'd it go? Here it is. Sorry. All right, so I wanted to get 3 stripes done, and I got the I got the green, the blue, and the purple. So the little thing here is showing you where I was. So I did get that done. Again, if I work on this at all, it'll be after I finish everything else. All right. So plastic canvas. So I got another side finished. So I have 3. Yay. And I got another set of feathers finished. So I have the 2 feathers I need. I got a little bit started on the turkey. So this will be I have an order. First of all, I want to work on the half and half and get that completed. Then I want to do my sampler blanket and get it completed. And then if I still have time, I'm going to work on my plastic canvas. So that's what I'm doing. Alrighty. So my Colette socks, I love these. I have to make myself stop working on them because I just love these colors so much. They're so pretty. So I looked at the label. This is a 12 stripe repeat. And I wanted to get 3 stripes done, and I did. So I got the pink, that one, and that one done. And they're just so pretty. So pretty, pretty, pretty. But I got to get on it with those and another pair that I haven't shown you yet. Well, I haven't started them yet because we have been invited to, my boys married into wonderful families, really wonderful families. And my daughter-in-law, Becca, who is married to Scott, my oldest, her parents are so sweet, just so sweet. And last year they started a Phillips Nevin ugly sweater party. So we went to it and had a good time. And so they've invited us again this year. So it's just great. I just love it. Alrighty, my sampler blanket. So this is number 2 in my queue for next week that I want to get done. So I don't know if I need to undo the whole thing. But anyway, my goal was to get 2 rows of border done. And so I did get the 2 rows of the border done. So this has 3 more rows of the border and it's done. So it's number 2 on my hit list. So my Luke socks. I wanted to get 2 sections. This is the thing that I took to work with me today. And I need to tell you about this. Not that you care, but whatever. Anyway, here they are. Now, when I did this last week, I just couldn't even see that green. It's like it would get pulled and you couldn't see it. So what I did is I went back and I pulled it out and I used a larger needle to do, I used a larger needle for that row only, for the slip stitch row. And I think they're showing up much better now. Now, to make things more difficult, because, you know, you can't make it easy, the needle that I found that was bigger, that I can't find now, I know it's in here because I just had it. Where did it go? It's in here. I know it is. I'll find it. Anyway, the needle that I found to use, that I can't see right now, and I'm a little concerned, was a 9-inch. So I'm going from, so every so often when I have to do one of those rows, I go from magic loop to a 9-inch. Fun, fun. So I gotta find that needle. It's gotta be, it's probably in the car. Okay. So moving right along, my basket. I got 3 rows done. I'm going to show you that. And Pirate has claimed it. He thinks this is his basket. So I've got 8 rows going up the side. It's going to take a really long time, but you know, it is what it is. But I have a picture. I'm going to put it in here, of him. He has this thing that every night, I am just knocking you guys all around today. I'm really sorry. Every night he comes up and he paws me like crazy because he wants me to sit on the floor with him. He doesn't want to do anything. He just wants me down there. So I go sit on the floor with him. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to work on this basket while I'm on the floor. And Pirate comes over and sits on it. And it's like, well, it's mine now. But he thinks all the blankets are his. He's something else. I just love him so much. Anyway. All right, my cross stitch. I was supposed to do 3 days. I think I did 4. So I think that this is going to wind up being a teddy bear. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to put that here. And just a couple more projects and I'll show you some other stuff. All right, so for Chippy, I showed you that last week I went and bought the yarn for her sweater. And so I did 4 different granny squares. And I need a total of 19 and then 4 halves. And I can put her sweater together. So, I mean, I just think with her, she's, you know, just midnight black. So I think those colors are going to look so good on her, especially with the white edging. All right. So down to my last project I worked on. And that was my memories blanket. And as always, I got to see if I can figure out which square we're going to. Oh, I did this one. All right, so I did this one right there. Someday I'm going to get this squared up. So let's go pick the color that I'm going to work on this week. Now, I am going to do the square for the memories blanket. So my projects so far are the memory blanket, the baby blanket, the sampler blanket, and the plastic canvas, if I have time. So there we are. All right, so let's go get the color. Okay, I'm back, and here's the color. And it's really pretty. It's a blue, and it's got some purples in it. So it's really pretty. I did want to address something with you guys. When I do my editing, I am taking the sound down during the section where I do the gumball machine, because it is quite loud, and I know if someone's listening with earphones, that will make them lose their mind. So I'm trying to make it where it's not too bad. Please let me know. Okay. Incoming. I remember when I got those minis from Chicken Lady, and I said, oh, I think I'm going to have to get a skein each of these colors. Well, I did. And I put them on sparkle. You can see them sparkle just a teeny bit, but they're really, really beautiful. So thank you, Lynn. These are gorgeous. And she also sent me an extra little mini. I think this is more of a DK weight, but I love these colors. I don't know why, but I love brown and pink and white together. I just love the Neapolitan. So this is great. And she sent me a little card that said, I'm so disciplined. She said, you are so disciplined with your podcast. I want to be like you when I grow up. No, you don't. I am disciplined with that because I said I was going to do it. So will I finish up the same way? I don't know. I'm going to try, but who knows? So thank you, Lynn, so much. Now, on to other things that I have bought. It's down here because it's big. You know, when you finish a blanket, you need to sit back and contemplate and not jump into another big project, right? No, not me. So I found another project. I'm going to put it right here so you can see it. And I ordered yarn from Knit Picks. This is Knit Picks Brava Sport Weight. Yeah, there's more. And 4 whites. So I will probably be starting that relatively soon. I am not going to get it done for Christmas. Maybe Christmas next year, but not this year. But I just want to enjoy it. It's making like individual squares. And I really love making blankets with individual squares. And I have my yarn down here for a weather blanket for next year. And I'm kind of rethinking what I wanted to do for the weather blanket, because I'm afraid it's going to take up too much time each day to do a square. So I don't know. I got to think about that. All right. Coming up, politically incorrect knitters have a Star Trek bingo knit along coming up. It's going to run November, December, January. They have not put out the information as yet, as far as I know. I haven't seen the bingo cards yet. My husband is such a Star Trek fan. Only the original, you know. We're clear on our intentions. But he loves it so much. We have all of the episodes, the originals, on video. My son is putting them on a server for us. We have a external hard drive that he's putting them on, and we use a program called Plex. And so we load all of our DVDs and things into Plex, and then whenever we want to watch them, we can just watch them. So he has all of them. He loves Star Trek. So when I married him, I had to become a Star Trek person too. I was so much of a Star Trek person that when Scott came out, he had a little Vulcan ear. His ear was pointy at the top. It did get round, thank God. But so anyway, I don't know if I will have a visitor next week. My son took the skeleton. He came over to visit, and he needed skeletons for something that they were doing. I don't know if he's going to bring him back. I had planned to have a skeleton with his arms holding out with yarn around it, like I was winding a ball of yarn from it. But I don't know if that's going to happen now. I have also asked him to bring over Gordon, so Gordon can come visit me. Now today, I'm going to, at the end, I'm going to show you a little clip of what we used to do for Halloween. My husband and my son Scott were super into like electronics and making things, you know. I mean, and Scott still works in a company that does things like that, makes like robotics and stuff like that. So I will show you at the end what our decorations used to be. This was before COVID. So we had people that came. It was like a family thing. Every year they would come see our decorations and our display. And since Scott has moved out, they asked us last year, they're like, where's the display? And I was like, the person that did that doesn't live here anymore. So, you know, it's kind of sad, but then it's like it's too much for us and we don't know how it works. So unless he wants to come over and set it up, it's not happening. Oh well. You know, things change. He may bring his other animatronic over. It no longer works because it's a little brain fried, but it's really cute. So I'm hoping that it, you know, that he brings that over. Let's see. Happenings. I sent the package. Yay. And I got it done. Y'all, if I ever tell you I'm going to mail you something, add like a week on to when I tell you I'm going to mail it. Sorry. I don't like to leave my house. We had a fire in our fireplace. It was cool enough for us to have a fire. Of course, now it's going to get hot again next week. We're going to get to 91 one day. But, you know, when it gets cool enough to have a fire, we're going to have a fire. So, let's see what else. Scott came over, like I said, to get the skeleton. I had to go to jury duty. They called me and made me go in. I was not in the best frame of mind for that. But because they won't let you bring, like if they would let me bring a crochet hook and some yarn, I'm good. But they wouldn't let me bring anything in. They said no needles of any type, and they specifically said crochet and knitting needles. I'm like, you're killing me here, dude. But anyway, I made it through it. I had to stay there the whole day. They had a trial that I think they were really having trouble seating a jury for because they came back They had one group of 60 people that went, and then they came back again for another 60, and then they came back again for another 60. And I think if they had still not been able to seat a jury, I would have been in the fourth group. So luckily, it looks like they were able to, and I got released, and I'm good for a year. So yay. Pirate almost got a sister. We went to Petco, and they had an adoption event there, and there was the cutest little black miniature dachshund that I have ever seen in my life. She was adorable. And I was like, I need to take her home. And my husband's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm like, Pirate would love her. And he goes, no, he wouldn't. So I didn't get to bring him a sister. We went to a place, it's relatively close by. It's maybe 20 minutes, called Tom's Farm. My husband and I went to Tom's Farm this week, and it's so funny. It started out as a stand on the side of the road because it was from an actual farm, and they would sell produce and things like that. And they built it as the years went along, and it was funny. Our kids kind of grew up watching it be built, and they have they actually put the produce stand in a building, and they added onto the building a fudge and popcorn stand, building. And then they have another building where they sell furniture. I think the furniture there is made by the Amish, I think. And then they have a wine and cheese shop where they have all kinds of wine, and they also have, different kind of things that they bake and stuff that you can get. And we love their pizza. So we went out there today and we got some pizza. And it's funny, it's like we have a prearranged tour that we do. So we went in the shop that has the furniture and stuff, because they have gifts and stuff. And I found something I wanted. My husband found a couple things he wanted. So we went and put that in the car. Then we went over to the wine and cheese shop and we ordered our pizza. And then while they were making the pizza, we went over to the candy shop and bought some things. And then we went back, and by that time our pizza was done. So that's just how we do it. We have a specific plan when we go there. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a really neat place. So for my show and tell today, I'm going to show you what I bought at Tom's Farm. I found this cup. Isn't it so cute? It's so cute. And my husband, he doesn't really want me to get any more coffee cups. And a pair of socks came with it. These are cozy socks. So I think this is a hot chocolate mug. But, I said, can I have it? And it looked really pitiful, and he let me have it. So, yay. Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate you coming by and seeing what I have to say. And I hope that you decide to come back next week. Bye-bye.
Acquaintance with pilots. Listen, they marvelous. Ah, Jim, you're the splendid image when I was your age. Head full of pirates. Yeah, but you'll find, same as I, that the sea be mostly hard work. And the biggest satisfaction a man gets is doing his due. But the long and the short of it is, I want things done. And I can risk half my food to get there. But that ain't